Okay, where are we going to stand?
Anyway,
We're going to stand at the door?
Yeah.
Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Edward Daniel and today I'm welcomed by Jon Dale, and I keep calling Jon Dale, I don't know why, but John, I don't think he gets the joke because he's from South Africa, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're from, where about? Durban,
yeah.
Durban. Now, we met through Leah Socky, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Yeah. So you're also spiritual. Do you want to tell us about your journey into spirituality and veganism?
Okay, so, wow. Where to start, really?
Should we go back so we can...
No.
Are
Okay.
you okay?
I'm good.
Are you less nervous now?
Less nervous, yeah, I'm right, yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, go on. Yeah.
Okay, so, where to start, really? Spirituality and veganism, yeah. First of all, I believe we're all spiritual beings, having an earth experience, so yeah, no matter what sort of religion or faith people have got, we're spiritual, whether people like to recognize that or not. So yeah, there's that side of things. And then coming to veganism, just looking at the world, seeing the bigger picture over the years. I grew up in a traditional family, just eating a traditional standard American diet, your meat, 2 veg, etc., salad, some fruit, fresh, good, wholesome, organic. In South Africa we got good food, so grew up with what was considered good food, and then at about the age of 18 I met somebody who was a vegetarian, and that really sort of intrigued me. I didn't know that it was possible for somebody to survive as a vegetarian, not eating meat or anything like that.
How did that actually feel for you? Because obviously you've been living your whole life being a meat eater and suddenly interacting with that sort of energy and that feeling. Had you always been spiritual as well, or was it just something that came to you with the veganism?
Well, yeah, I grew up in a Christian environment, so that's what my sort of spiritual background, Christianity. And this person that I met at the time was Buddhist, and he was following a vegetarian diet, and he was doing very well. He was very fit, very lean, very conscious, and I just thought, wow, that's
you want to be there.
Not that I want to be there, but I thought this is interesting to me. And that started a kind of a path of searching to figure out how that worked and what worked for me, etc. I did lots of traveled all over the world for many years, just learning about different cultures, different types of food. Always had a passion going back to food and diet, nutrition, and just figuring out how I fit into this and how it all works. And I had gone vegetarian as well for about 5, 6, quite a few years already at that stage. And I read, I think it was about 2001, I read Diet for a New America, and that was just, that's written by John Robbins, which I'm sure lots of people will be familiar with. And that just really opened my mind to the whole vegan thing. And then I'd heard of Moby, who was vegan, and there wasn't much internet or much awareness in those days, and it was tough. I didn't know any other vegans, so it was people who hadn't really heard about it much at all. But I was getting on and trying to do it, trying to live my vegan lifestyle with a lot of resistance from a lot of people who didn't understand it. And cut a long story short, I had to, at the time I didn't really know what to do, and I'd got a bit ill, so started to eat meat again and got very ill, and just not plugged in. I wasn't the person I was trying to be, basically, as a vegan and conscious and living cruelty-free, etc., etc. So went a few years like that, and then decided that to give this another shot. I'd got very unhealthy as a meat eater, and standard American eater at the time, and I thought, that's it, I'm going to give this a second shot, and just went vegan overnight, and high raw, and I'd read a book called The Hallelujah Diet, and that just puts the whole spiritual side of things, raw, organic, vegan, going back to what people would have eaten in the Garden of Eden days, paradise. There would have been no killing, no cooking of food, and yeah, never really looked back since, really. Haven't been ill, not taken any medication, apart from when I got the awful dengue fever in Indonesia and I nearly died. Had to resort to mainstream medication. Other than that, not a headache, nothing, just everything healed naturally through fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, the odd grain, which not optimal, but has been there in the diet, and 100% plant-based, herbs and spices, and yeah.
Now,
here we are at Raw Fest.
Yeah, we are. Now, this is for people who are actually starting out. Obviously, some people just have no idea, or perhaps feel lost, or perhaps feel unsure, feel that something is actually wrong or something isn't quite right. How does veganism and spirituality help with those people who just know that something's wrong but don't know what to do?
Do you mean know that something's wrong in the world, know that something's wrong with themselves?
With themselves and what they're doing, what they're putting into their body, and with the world as well. I mean, do you feel there's a connection?
Yeah, deep down, I mean, myself, as soon as I heard that it was, possible and sustainable to live a vegan lifestyle, I thought it was an amazing concept, and I wanted part of that. And like I said, it's been a long journey to try and figure out what works for me. And I think people, and there is a certain peace that comes over one when one is living this lifestyle, and that's basically that you're doing your best to sort of not cause pain to animals, not support the animal industry, etc., and just not necessarily even focus on that at all. More look at what the vibrant side of things are, look at the vibrant food that can be eaten as an alternative, the fruits, the vegetables, the salads, the colors, the rainbow diet that's just out there. And just like when you eat that living food, sprouts, you just eat that, you take that life force in, and life gives you life. It's the old same story that lots of people say, and it's true. You eat this cooked, dead, sad food, you kind of feel more basically sad and dead yourself. It's hard to digest the cooked food, and it's just it slows the whole system down, clogs it up, and it's not optimal, I don't believe anyway.
But there is a sort of journey there, because you've obviously you've moved from vegetarianism to vegan to now raw, and not everyone goes from that transition from vegetarian to vegan to raw, do they? Some people actually stop in certain places.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you feel about actually moving from one place to another? Was it about working inside yourself and then coming to that realization that perhaps
definitely,
and in a way it's also about, I think for me it's also about actually if I'm going to help heal the world, then I need to be in a position of strength and have healed myself. Is that what you feel?
Exactly. You're kind of leading by example in a way.
Yes.
And also over that journey, from when I started to eat meat, going back to raw vegan and detoxifying and cleansing and basically living the lifestyle that I am now, I was going to say.
No, cool, no, but it's good.
So basically, what I'm trying to say is that journey of detoxifying. Oh, that was it. Yeah, I healed myself. I've lost a lot of weight. I lost about 2 stone in like next to no time, probably a month or so, and that never really came back on. Winter time in the UK, a little tough to be 100% raw vegan. So a few cooked foods slip in my personal lifestyle, or have done, but I still like to eat high raw. But the depression, any anxiety that I may have had, and what else was there? Asthma. Yeah, that asthma. As soon as I kicked the dairy, literally within 5 days, I'd had trouble breathing pretty much my whole life. I had pneumonia when I was about 18, and that I nearly died from the pneumonia. So I think that left my lungs a bit slightly damaged, and I'd suffered with sore throats at night, post-nasal drip, constant hay fever, blowing my nose, and just tons of mucus. Within 5 days that disappeared and has never returned. So from being diagnosed with asthma and having to be on an inhaler for the rest of my life, no inhaler, that was it. One inhaler, inhaler went in the bin, and I've cured that naturally. Antidepressants, no antidepressants, those went down the toilet along with all my other medication. All gone. Indigestion, I had terrible indigestion, eating a standard American diet, all gone. The desire to have alcohol or any drug form, not that I've had drugs in the past, gone, no desire. So it might seem like a really boring, kind of plain, dull lifestyle, just vegetables, fruit.
But you've also mentioned...
You don't need that.
You don't, but you've also mentioned colourful rainbow food, haven't you?
Yeah, it's amazing. But I mean, I'm so happy in my lifestyle. I couldn't really wish for more. I just wish, well, what I do wish for is that, without being preachy, that more people came on board, started to grow more fruit, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and just plants, and just generally begin to thrive and heal themselves naturally, spread the word, raise the consciousness, raise the vibration, and just make this world a better place without having to kill animals, kill people, let everybody live in harmony, let the animals live in harmony, and just generally, without being too hippie, just like share the love, really, spread the love.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So, thank you, Jon Dale. Thank you. He was really nervous beforehand, but I think he did great, don't you? So, goodbye from me.
Bye, guys.
And
Thanks
goodbye.
a lot. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye-bye.
That wasn't so bad. Your little journey, was it?